is Phil Miller. Phil, tell us what's going on here today. Thank you for having us, first of all. Second of all, let's get it out of the way.
Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate it. Oh, we're going to work really close, huh? Got it. All right. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming to our third annual St. Baldrick's event here at the Hilton Mystic. And before, I know everyone's anxious to start putting a lot of hair. I get that. I'm excited. But before we do that, I want to thank a few people that, well, we got pictures here.
Oh, sorry.
I want to thank a few people that, we couldn't do this event without. So first I'd like to thank the Hilton Mystic, but I'm going to wait for Terri to come here, so I'm going to push them off for 1 second. So I want to thank our awesome band over there at Callaway for coming here. You guys, fantastic. I tried to find out, I asked them when's your next tour date, and they said they don't have anything scheduled. So you guys need to get something scheduled because I would drive down to see it. I thought it was fabulous. Thank you so much for coming today. And I have some certificates of appreciation. So Keller wants to come on up here. Come on up on the stage. I want to thank Mike English and 102.3 for coming today. These guys are awesome. They did our PSA for us this year. They're helping us raise money. They're spending time today. I think Mike's going to work on it. He's not sure what hairstyle he's going to work again this year, but he's going to let the crowd decide. I don't know if whoever was here last year, do you remember the skullet? So we could have a skullet again. So, but I wanted to thank Mike. Come on up. A little certificate of appreciation for Mike English. So as you can imagine, obviously we can't do St. Baldrick's without the ball. So I want to now thank all my awesome barbers for coming. So first, this is Jody Strange. This is Jody's first year here. Thank you so much. Now next we have Danielle and Tamara. So Danielle has a barbershop in Brockton, and for 3 years they've been coming here, on their day off to help shave heads for us, and we appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. If you want some great haircuts in Brockton, right across from Electric Boat, come to Danielle's barber. And last but not least, here on the end here we have Crystal Young. Now Crystal not only shaved here for 3 years, but she did a St. Baldrick's event before. So she's a 4-time barber for St. Baldrick's. She's on the subbase in Groton. So if you're in the military, come see Crystal on the subbase in Groton. Thank you so much. We need to have a huge thank you to the Hilton Mystic. I mean, a lot of these St. Baldrick events, they stick in the back of a bar or someplace like that. But the Hilton, for the last 3 years, has opened their beautiful ballroom to us. I mean, they're able to get sodas donated. They're on the discount card this year, which we'll talk about in a second. I mean, the Hilton has just been amazing. So Terri, I want to thank you so much. So please, whenever you see Terri or any of the Hilton staff, just thank them for what they do for us, because this is just fabulous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Our pleasure. Thank you.
Now back to the barbers for a sec. We couldn't have barbers without a barber coordinator. So for 3 years, Cheryl Turner's been our barber coordinator. So come on up, Cheryl. So before we get to our guest speaker, I have a few more people I need to thank. First, obviously, I have to thank my wonderful wife and family for helping me with all this. Of course, Michelle Berry.
Even more.
Big thank you to Michelle Berry, who helped get gift baskets, set up a lot of these beautiful decorations this morning. She's been fabulous, so thank you so much, Michelle. And then I have to give a double thank you to Matt Ferrier and Lindsay Moon, where they need to come here. Come on up, Matt. Come on, Lindsay. So I'm going to let Matt talk to you really quick about what they worked so hard this year to get a discount card going. So I'm not going to take all their thunder because they did all the hard work, so they get to explain all this. But they put a ton of work into getting this discount card and all these raffles, so I can't thank you guys enough. And I'll let you explain now.
Okay, thanks everyone. I have a whole long list of people to thank because we have a bunch of people that supported this discount card. Lindsay actually was fantastic. She was out there shaking the town down trying to get people to participate. For starters, though, I'd like to really thank ABC Photo Lab. ABC Photo Lab. Liz Tetlow was the one that I've been working with. They printed up the cards and they donated a lot of their time to support this effort. Lindsay obviously has gotten a whole bunch of the participants for this, and we have I think about 17 different discount offers on the card. And the way the card works is you pay $20 to get the card, and then you can present it to any of the participants to get a discount.
So now, before we start shaving, which I know everyone's anxious for, we have an awesome speaker today. So I have Dr. Juan Vasquez is here. He is from Yale University School of Medicine. I want to make sure I get this right. He's an instructor in pediatric hematology and oncology, and he's the Tap Cancer Out St. Baldrick Fellow. So he actually has been awarded money from the St. Baldrick's Foundation to help, do research and help cure childhood cancer. So, Dr. Vasquez, come on up.
So just to give you a little bit of background in terms of childhood cancer in the United States, every year about 15,000 children in the U.S. are diagnosed with cancer, and 1 in 5 of those children that are diagnosed won't survive. In fact, more children are lost to cancer in the U.S. than any other disease. And I think everyone in this room can agree that that's unacceptable. Every child deserves a happy, healthy life, and so even 1 child lost to cancer really is too many. So, while we've made an incredible amount of progress over the previous decades, we still have a lot more work to do to improve our treatments. And this is really where research comes in. The unfortunate thing is that in the US right now, of all the federal funding that goes to cancer research, about only 4% of it is dedicated to pediatric cancers. And I think it's important to remember that kids are not just little adults. They get different types of cancers. Even when they get the same type of cancer, it behaves very differently in kids than it does in adults. So we really need to focus specifically on research that's focused just on children. And that's why the St. Baldrick's Foundation is so important. They've really been vital in filling the gap in funding. So St. Baldrick's is actually the world's largest volunteer-powered organization for childhood cancer. And is actually considered the largest non-government funder of childhood cancer research. So donations raised by St. Baldrick's have made it possible for them to donate contribute about $200 million so far to support the development of new treatments for childhood cancer. And really the cornerstone of their fundraising efforts are head shaving events like this that happen all throughout the country. So the money raised, just to give you a little idea of where it goes, most of it really is distributed in the form of research grants. So they have committees that every year look through all these applications and try to identify the most promising ones and dole out money to those centers, regardless of what medical school or hospital it's taking place at. And I've been fortunate to receive one of these grants. So aside from my clinical care of patients, I also dedicated a portion of my time to research. I won't bore you with all the details, but just so you get an idea of where some of this money goes and what kind of research is going on right now, I'll give you a little bit of background on what I do. So in my lab, we investigate the way the immune system responds to cancers. So the way your immune system helps fight off infections, we're trying to figure out how we can use that immune system to actually fight cancers. And I focus on pediatric brain tumors, as they are now the leading cause of childhood cancer deaths. So we look to develop a kind of cancer vaccine, the same way you get a vaccine to help prevent different types of infections. We actually use the vaccine to help treat cancers. So we've in my lab, we identified a specific type of protein that's on the cancer cell. It's not on normal cells. and then we're kind of developing these types of vaccines to help target those cancer cells. And we've also found in my lab that the brain tumors in kids kind of express these kinds of molecules that block the immune system, so we're also developing treatments to kind of block those blockers of the immune system, if that makes sense. So, is everyone still awake? Everyone's okay? Everyone's with me? Okay, good. I didn't mean to. All right. At least someone thinks so. Thank you. So, the St. Baldrick's grant, really for me, at this early stage in my career, has been really instrumental. I think without this funding, I wouldn't be able to dedicate the portion of my time to research that I do. And that goes for most of the researchers that are funded through the St. Baldrick's. I mean, this kind of funding is really what allows us to spend this time in the laboratory or performing clinical trials and that kind of thing, because that's all time that really we need to have funded. And as I mentioned before, really a lot of the newest treatments that have really been exciting and really led to improvements have really focused on the immune system. And the great thing is that St. Baldrick's really has been at the forefront of funding this research. So without St. Baldrick's funding, a lot of the newest treatments that have really made huge strides in the treatment of cancer wouldn't have been possible. So that's kind of an idea of where this money goes. It really goes to really leading the efforts to develop new treatments. So funding is important, but I think, just to close out, I think besides the research funding, what to me is really great about St. Baldrick's is through their social media campaigns, through these events that bring people together, St. Baldrick's forms a really active and vibrant community of people devoted to eradicating childhood cancer and helping families and patients deal with this terrible disease. And I think having this community, this support system, I've really found is an incredibly powerful source of encouragement and hope for our patients and our families. And on more than one occasion, I've heard patients and families mention that organizations like St. Baldrick's really just provide such a huge sense of hope and a feeling that they're not alone in this, and I think that's really powerful. So I just want to thank you again for inviting me here and for all your work and all your effort to put together this great event, and I think we can get going with the head shaving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I said thank you again very much, Dr. Vasquez. That was great. So I think without further ado, I think we're ready for our 2:30 shavees. So come on up. You know who you are, right? But so what Mike's gonna do today too, he's gonna help out. He's gonna try to keep everyone on pace. We do have a lot of openings, so if there's, if you were scheduled to shave at 4, but there's, the barber's just sitting there vacant, we didn't have anyone for the 2:50 slot, you can come on up, things like that. But we have plenty of barbers, plenty of time. Enjoy your hairstyles. If you want to try the reverse mohawk on the way, or the, I don't know, whatever haircuts you, chia pets, or whatever, they're great. They'll do anything you want. It'd be fun to see. We got a lot of photographers taking pictures, so have fun with us, right? All right, so thank you very much, and enjoy the day.
Can we get Lauren Siebert, Robert Scucci, am I saying it correct? Stacy Scucci, from Team Dynamo, both of them, and Julie Generello. Get them to our 2:30 haircut. Are you guys getting it? I don't know. Now, let's see, we've got some celebrities among us. Lauren Siebert. Lauren, where are you? Lauren Siebert is a 4-time shavee, so welcome back for your 4th time, and thank you for doing it every time. What's up, guys?
I'm the Santa Claus, or they call me the chemo.
As we get started with the selfies, we want to count it down? Count 3. 3, 2, 1. Get to shaving. There we go. Thank you, guys. Let's get a little shaving music, shall we? Want to do it? day. I enjoy coffee, long walks on the beach, and all of the great things here. Also give a shout out to the bartenders in the back. Hey guys, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellen Siebert, give her a round of applause. Thank you, Lord. 4 times ladies, Lord. Good job. And up we have Stacy from Team Dynamo.
Get rid of that mop. Get rid of that mop. When you go outside in the wind, that's when you're gonna notice.
In 1999, 3 friends, Tim Kenny, John Bender, and Enda McDonald, decided to celebrate their good fortune in business by giving back. Their plan was to shave their heads to raise money for childhood cancer research. 19 people participated in the first event and raised $104,000. Since 2004, when the St. Baldrick's Foundation became an official nonprofit, volunteers have raised over $200 million for research grant funding, and events have taken place in all 50 states and 28 different countries. The name St. Baldrick's is a play on words and not associated with any recognized saint of the Catholic Church or any other church. Some have said people willing to shave their heads for the cause are the saints. A heartfelt thank you to all of them. Okay, here we are at the St. Baldrick's Foundation fundraiser, Brave the Shave. I have a special guest to talk about what happens with the money and how the funding works.
Well, thank you for having me. So my name is Juan Vasquez. I'm a pediatric hematologist-oncologist at Yale. And part of my time is spent researching new treatments for pediatric brain tumors. And I've been fortunate enough to receive some funding from the St. Baldrick's Foundation. And they've really been pivotal in funding a lot of childhood cancer research. So unfortunately at this time only 4% of cancer research funding in the U.S. is devoted to childhood cancers. So organizations like St. Baldrick's have really been very important in filling the gap in that funding. So they've donated now over $200 million to childhood cancer research and have really paved the way for a lot of new treatments coming out that are helping kids with cancer. So I'm very happy to be here. It's a great event, and I'm excited to see everyone donating their time and money to help such a great cause.
I gathered from the pamphlet that kids respond differently, I guess, to treatment, and so you really have to sort of focus it on their special needs, and that's part of what this is all about.
Absolutely. So kids, we know, get different types of cancers than adults, and even when they're the same type of cancer, they respond very differently to treatment. We know, and then the cancers also behave very differently. So it's very difficult to just apply treatments that we developed for adults and then just apply them to kids. It's really hard to do that. So you really have to start from scratch, focusing on a pediatric cancer specifically, and start developing treatments just for that type of cancer.
Is there government funding doing this too, or is it pretty much random?
No, there is government funding from the National Institute of Health that goes towards pediatric cancer. Unfortunately, it's just a very small portion of the total cancer funding. And so that's why, to really accomplish the work we need to accomplish, we've really relied on foundations like St. Baldrick's to help provide some additional research funds.
And you feel like evidently that the work is really helping and direct help and efficient use of the funds?
Oh, absolutely. So, a lot of, over the last probably 10, 15 years, there have been really exciting new treatments that have come out to use the immune system to help fight different kinds of cancers. Right now, the most recent example would be using a patient's T cells, which are immune cells, to fight leukemia. And that work was really sort of propelled by the funding from St. Baldrick's. And, the other sources as well, but St. Baldrick's has been such a major supporter of childhood cancer research. They were really at the forefront of supporting this work, and it's really translated into new treatments that have helped cure kids that previously wouldn't have been cured.
That's great. Well, thank you for your work. It's inspiring. It's inspiring to see these people getting shaved for this event. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And people hopefully spending a lot of money to support it. So thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Hi, we're at the St. Baldrick's fundraiser, Brave the Shave, and we have one of the main movers and shakers here, Phil Miller. Tell us a little about what you're doing and how you got involved with this.
Well, what we're trying to do is raise money, to support pediatric cancer research. The way I got involved is my cousin Matthew, he was 11 at the time, like 3 years ago, and all of a sudden we found out he has cancer. Mm-hmm. And so he had to have his right portion of his right leg amputated, a year of chemotherapy, and that's just horrible. And
pretty personal at that level.
Well, more like I had 2 boys. You've seen them probably running around today, wrecking the place. So a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old, and just the thought, I could have to tell my son, okay, we're going to have to cut your leg off to try to save your life. It just, I don't know, it just sort of made me really, I don't know. So I just felt like I got to do something. So I heard about the St. Baldrick's Foundation. I said, well, what the heck? I can try to put something together, and if I get a few people, hair grows back, right? And if we can raise some money for children's cancer research, then it's worth it.
And this is the 3rd year?
This is the 3rd year, yep.
And you've been involved since the beginning?
Yes, of this event. St. Baldrick's has been around since about 2000, but this is the 3rd year that we've done an event here in Mystic.
And how much money do you think you've raised?
Well, in the first 2 years we raised about $100,000, and this year I think we're at a little over 35 right now. So we're hoping we'll keep going.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll get some publicity out of this.
That'd be great.
Public access.
That'd be awesome.
So how do you find people, and how do people find you?
Well, so, the first year I think I just sort of asked around, hey, have you ever thought about shaving your head for, children's cancer research? And, 100 people, you tell that, 95 look at you like you're crazy, but you'll get 4 or 5 to say, of course I'd do something like that. And then, we have St. Baldrick's has websites for all its events. So we have a website, and, people come find us. We have radio ads, ads in the newspaper, word of mouth, and I think it sort of spins on itself. We've done it 3 years. Hopefully people that did it in the last couple of years say, that was sort of fun, and maybe they'll come back, or maybe they'll talk a friend into it, and he just sort of, grows from there.
Well, Lindsay's a friend of ours. She got shaved last year, and she's actively involved.
Yeah, she's great.
So we knew about it through her.
And that's exactly how we want to do it,
But tell me about it. It sounds like there are teams, and what are the shavers supposed to do? It's supposed to raise money.
Right. So what you do is, if you want to be a shavee, or even a volunteer, you don't have to shave your head to raise money for children's cancer research. Right. So either as a shavee or
a donation. So we're not shaving our head.
Right. We made a donation. So we have I have a friend, Caitlin, and she for 3 years has not cut 1 millimeter of her hair, but she's raised over $4,000 just by asking all her friends to donate to the cause. So if you just want to raise money, shave, donate, whatever you want to do, we'll do it. But I think the shaving one, I think, obviously it stands out. So if someone sees you with a shaved head, especially if they're a woman, they're like, what did you do? And that's a great opportunity to have a conversation with them about it. But, even volunteers, anyone that just is willing to go ask people for a donation. Because St. Baldrick's has raised, last year alone, they raised $38 million. Through about probably 70,000 volunteers and shavees. So that's just what it takes, one person to do it.
So the shavees actually make teams? It sounds like there was teams involved?
Yeah, you can.
And they get people to sponsor them. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, so what would happen is, I have a team at my office. We have 10 of us. And so we all email or ask on Facebook our friends and family, hey, will you please donate money in my name to our team? And then, sometimes you can hopefully you try to get teams that want to compete against each other, things like that. So teams can be family, your church, your work, your sports team, anything.
And you've had a lot of organizations donate raffle items, and also the Hilton has supported you evidently.
Yeah, the Hilton is just fantastic. They've done so much for us. A lot of them use the ballroom and the snacks and the drinks, and they're also part of a discount card this year. So that's, I think, one of the big things we're trying to do this year is we got 17 businesses in the Mystic area to all agree to give a certain discount if you buy a card from us. So it's $20 for the card. Every penny goes to St. Baldrick's, and then for a year you can use this card at any of these 17 businesses. is. And, you know, like you can come here at the Hilton and get 10% off dinner at the Irons. I mean, it's great.
Is the card available after today?
Yes, it will be available after today. If you go to the St. Baldrick's website, our team page or our Facebook page, you'll be able to see an email address. It's gobaldandmystic@gmail.com. Just email us, and then we'll make arrangements to get to the card. Some of the local businesses are going to be selling it in Mystic.
Great. Thank you very much for helping us out here to understand what's going on. It seems like a great event, and it's pretty inspiring to see people doing this. So thank you for it.
Well, listen, thank you, and you know, I hope we'll be back next year, you know, bigger than ever. Great. So I need a haircut. You know where to come.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Here we are. We're at Mine in Mystic, and we have Michael Walsh. And we're not here to promote Mine, but you should come check it out anyway. We're here to talk about St. Baldrick's Foundation because we've just done the program about the shave off, and Mike usually has more hair than this, but he got shaved out of state, across the country to support this project. So tell us a little bit about how you happen to do that.
So I was originally supposed to be one of the shavees in Mystic, and I had to go out to Denver to help my daughter move. So
being a dad comes first, right?
Yep, being a dad comes first, absolutely. Yep. And so I decided to shave my head out there, which was fun, but it would have been nice to have a lot of people around.
Yeah.
For me, shaving my head wasn't a big stretch because I generally wear my hair very short and I don't have a lot of hair. But I let it grow for like 6 months or so, and I was rocking the bozo look big time.
One of the Three Stooges.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we were looking forward to filming you getting shaved, but that didn't quite happen.
Yeah.
I figured we'd still get you into the
Maybe
program.
next year.
Yeah. And I know that Mine actually sponsored and helped with the event too in other ways. So you were there indirectly because I saw that you did help out with the whole event.
Yeah. Lindsay that works here got involved with St. Baldrick's last year and dove in head first and really did a lot. Helped raise a lot of the donations, helped to get a lot of people to do the gift or the discount card. And then we put a jar up in the store and matched the first $250 that customers put in as a change jar. So, yeah, we're involved. It's
great.
been fun.